What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about this bike behind me and the Wild Stallions motorcycle build competition. So back in December, I think it was, I was on Facebook, the Garage Built Facebook page, Garage Built Cycles Facebook page, I think it is. And my buddy Derek, I didn't know at the time, posted in there that he was looking for builders in the Michigan area. And I was balls deep in the Black Shadow build. But I told him, or commented on it and asked, well, I'm in Indiana, but I'm like 15 minutes from the Michigan border. Would that be cool? And he didn't really care. He was just looking for builders. He didn't care where you were at as long as you could make the show. So he told me where it was at in Wausau, Michigan. And I Googled it, and it was 2 hours away from where I'm at. So I was like, well, fuck yeah, that'll be cool. And he kind of laid out to me that it was going to be taking place at Wausau Vintage Motorcycle Days. I guess they have a show up there every year for vintage motorcycles. And he was looking for builders to build bikes for this competition. And they were going to be debuting at the Wausau Motorcycle Vintage Motorcycle Days show. I totally just fucked that up. But I'll post a link to the Facebook page for the show, and the Wild Stallions build competition actually has a Facebook page too that I'll post to. One of the cool things about this build competition is it's being featured in Thunder Roads magazine of Michigan. It's a free magazine. The publisher RJ, publisher Thunder Roads Michigan, met with us for our first meeting, for our first builders meeting, and he's a really cool guy. And I need to ask him to be on the podcast. But I asked Derek, the organizer of the build competition, to be on the podcast like 80 fucking times, but that dickhead can't figure out Skype, so you got to deal with me trying to describe this competition and what all went through it. So basically the rules were just the bike had to be at least 20 years old. I was going to enter the Black Shadow, but it was a 2006, so there's no way that one was. And I had this one. It was a 98 that I had bought for my girlfriend. This is the second one. The black one was hers too. And this is the second one that I've stolen from her. So eventually she'll get her own bike, maybe. But unless Derek keeps having build competitions and I can't find another bike, then I'll steal it again. But I looked for another bike and couldn't find one. So I just said, fuck it, I'm going to cut up the other Shadow that's in the garage. So this is a 98 Honda Shadow VLX 600, similar to the black one, but this one's a dual carb model, and I believe 98 was the last year for the dual carb. So if you go to build one of these Shadows, I suggest 99 and up, because the dual carb kind of sucks. But so anyway, I'll get into describing this bike now and what I'm doing to it.
Starting with the top of the bike, I'm going to put 8-inch chrome Z handlebars on it. It's a little bit different than the 12-inch ape hangers I put on the other one. Moving to the back half, I hardtailed it again. I used a Motorcycle J's hardtail kit. I also have one of his electronic boxes I'm using too. I'll post a link to his store in the comments below. The motor is going to stay chrome, and if you look, you can see the TJ Brutal exhaust builder kit on there. That'll be one of the next videos, is building the exhaust for this bike. There you have another look at the back half again. Once I pull the motor and the wiring harness and everything, the frame is going to get stripped down. Everything's going to get clipped off of it that doesn't need to be there, and this frame is going to get painted white. And then I think the base color for this bike is going to be blue. The rims are going to stay the stock color, probably polished and make them shine a little bit. Probably put some white walls on them.
Alright guys, there you have it. I went over everything I'm planning on doing, what I've done with the 98 Shadow build. Make sure to go check out the Wild Stallions build page. Go check out Thunder Roads in Michigan. If you live in Michigan, make sure you pick up a copy of that. And go check out the Owasso Vintage Motorcycle Days Facebook page as well. I'll post links all down in the comments. Hope to see you at the show. If you do show up, make sure you vote for my bike. When you go to the Wild Stallions build page, make sure to send Derek a message on there and tell him he's a cunt for not coming on the podcast. Skype's not that hard, man. And subscribe, follow along to see what this one turns into. I'm excited. So thanks for watching, guys.